Hi, my name is Colin and this video is for Kemi and Chris. I've got too much work here to do, so I'm going to do it in short chunks and send you a few videos. I apologise for this. It's going to be too long otherwise. I don't really know my subject very well. So you will know from my last video that I suffered from my cause. I was on Dipixol for 20 years and I spent a year in a mental hospital. On my last admission, the consultant psychiatrist decided that he was going to discharge me on Dipixol injections, and I felt suicidal about this because the side effects were so bad. But God said to me at that time, be patient, the doctor will change and things will be okay. And actually that happened. The doctor did change, and then I was put on olanzapine, which is a tablet, which is, there's no comparison. I've got better mental health and almost no side effects. Sleep a lot, but that's okay. So I've never given in all this period of time since the age of 16 in my primary goal in life, which is to build an ideal world. I've kept faith in that goal, and I still feel that way today. So I used to live in a tent and I wandered the countryside, but now I have a flat, a social housing flat. I had to wait for a long time to get it, but I'm very proud of it. Do you want to have a look? So I have my own front door, I have my own computer, I have my own hi-fi. It's very quiet, I can sleep very well. And I've been here for quite a few years, maybe 15 years now, and I've been very, very happy here. I also receive disability benefits, which means I have an income, so life is good. I'm very grateful to Her Majesty's government, and my reward to the government is this truth that I'm going to explain now. So there's this guy called Sun Myung Moon, and he wrote a book called Divine Principle. And in this book, he explained brand new ideas that are absolutely amazing. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some of his ideas here called dualities, which are dual characteristics that you can see throughout nature. And there are two of these. There's masculinity and femininity, and there's internal character and external form. So taking the first of these, masculinity and femininity, throughout nature, you can see male and female. So with humans, there's males and females. With animals, there's males and females. With flowering plants, there's males and females. And with particles, there's protons and electrons. So these two relate to each other as subject to object. The subject is bigger and stronger, and it gives to the object which receives. This is explained as yin and yang in Chinese philosophy. So, for example, God gives to a man gives to a woman gives to God, and the cycle repeats unendingly in a perfect world. The energy flowing is the same for both man and woman, but fundamentally the man gives, the female receives. That's the law of nature. Because God is the creator of this nature, which is masculine and feminine, we can conclude that God is a perfect and complete masculinity essence and a perfect and complete femininity essence, and that they are united by true love centering on freedom. And that is beautiful. So the other dual characteristic is internal character and external form. So everything has an invisible internal character and a visible external form. So within people is the mind and the body. Within animals, they have an animal mind and an instinct and a body. Sun says that plants have a plant mind. You might argue about that. And he says that particles are a sphere, and they consist of an energy, and the energy has an internal characteristic such that it forms an external form. And these two relate to as subject to object, just like masculinity and femininity, subject to object. God is the internal character and Mother Nature is the external form. In a man, the mind has a purpose for whole and the body has a purpose for individual, and that's important. I'll come back to that later. So to finish, I'm only doing a bit because it's too long and I get tired and I lose my thread. There is the law of indirect dominion. So with Jesus, God dwelt within Jesus. Jesus had direct dominion with God. But with fallen man, God only deals indirectly. And God deals indirectly with a man's acts of faith. And these can be two types, beautiful or loving. I'll talk about that later. It is just like the law of gravity. It's totally autonomous and self-governing and totally independent. And it's just like a law that exists that we respond to and God responds to, but there's no direct relationship between the two. And that is the law of indirect dominion, which we are guided by in our lives, in our relationship with God. So that's all. I kept it brief. There is a lot more to come, and it's very, very interesting, but I don't know my subject well enough, and this is going on too long. So I will come back to you, Kemi, and I hope that you have enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.